Our guest is a true Renaissance woman, a dancer, a DJ, an educator, a wellness coach, and a powerhouse behind the House of Bastet. From her early days dancing in Detroit to her current work empowering women through Afrolicious belly dance, I can't wait to hear about that, and fitness programs, she's devoted her life to helping others find strength, confidence, and vitality through movement. But that's not all. Also known as DJ Lovebeam, she brings rhythms from around the globe and generations to life, celebrating soundscapes that heal and inspire. She's here to share her story, her journey, and how she's keeping art and movement alive in Detroit. Welcome to Celebrate Michigan, the show produced on the campus of Madonna University. I'm Chris Benson, and please help me welcome Tene Dismuke to the show. Tene. Mm-hmm. Wow, there's such a list of things. How does one human get all of these wonderful gifts?
They're just bestowed upon you, I guess. You know, you just keep on living.
Well, let's start with dancing. How did you get started in dancing?
So dancing started regular, going to dance school. I think Tony School of Dance was my first dance school at 4. I started at 4, and I loved it. Mm-hmm. And I went from there to Sylvia Lee School of Dance in Berkeley, Michigan, and I stayed there. And then I went to Cass Tech in Performing Arts. I danced throughout Cass. Went to Michigan State.
Go green.
Go white.
Okay.
Danced there and had a dance specialization from there. From there, I went to Alvin Ailey American Dance Center in New York. Summer intensive program, studied there, kept dancing, moved back to New York, taught dance, along with other things.
Yeah.
And that's just, it's been a part of my life. And piano and all the arts. Mm-hmm. So my mother and father kept me well educated. I'll say it like that.
So you said the age of 4, you started dancing.
I started dancing at 4, ballet and tap, and then jazz. And that went on until I went to Alvin Ailey, and then I started broadening my horizons.
Can you remember 4-year-old you and how you felt about dance?
Well, I remember the dance recitals, mm-hmm. and I loved them. I loved the costuming. You know, that's the first time you can wear some makeup.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, you know,
very exciting. Yes,
and your rouge,
mm-hmm.
you know, blush, mm-hmm. and that was like my favorite.
Yeah.
The recitals.
Yeah.
And the costumes. But I do remember around 7 going to dance class every Saturday. It was like a you never miss dance class. And so we always had our class, and then the teenagers had their class. And I always, you know, I want to be like them, mm-hmm. you know, and looking up to them, and I want to learn their routines. Yeah. So even though we had our class, I was always trying to be with the older girls.
And for someone who's not as capable in the dance area or doesn't have as much experience with dance, it looks so easy. I imagine it's a little bit more difficult than that.
It is. It's really body awareness.
Okay.
It's a proverb, African proverb, to say if you can walk, you can dance.
Okay.
And so that's basically where I take my philosophy now, teaching mm-hmm. seniors and even younger children.
Yeah.
It's movement. Mm-hmm. And our bodies were designed to move, so anybody can dance. Now, rhythm and different
the technical
technique,
elements,
those things, you know, you might have to get in your own lane and find your niche.
Yeah.
However, everyone can dance.
You talk about movement and
mm-hmm.
how much it has inspired you throughout your life, and now it sounds like you're in a mode where you're wanting others to be inspired in that way. Where did that change? How did that change from like, look at me and I'm doing these things to...
So like performing to using it. So I believe that was when I went to Alvin Ailey. New York changed my entire world.
How?
Just
Why?
The city, the energy, what I saw as far as career options, how people lived, mm-hmm. the diversity, the food, you know, the fashion, everything. So it kind of changed me. Mm-hmm. And there I met a lot of older people that helped shape and mold me. And this one lady, Karen, she's a dancer, and she's older than me. She basically was doing African dance, and she was a healer. She taught yoga. And she taught me the 5 rites of rejuvenation. And it's these 5 moves.
Okay.
They're called the 5 Tibetan rites.
Okay.
And to this day, I do those moves and I teach those moves.
Oh,
and that's
wow.
been 30 plus years ago. No, it's longer than that. Yeah, about 30 plus years.
Wow. What is that experience like, seeing people love dance and movement maybe as much as you? Like, you're really sharing that love with them. What's their reaction?
Well, it's like joy, and it's like light, you know, and it feels good.
Yeah.
It's happy.
It brings energy to you. I love your focus on movement, and it sounds like there's no age that is restricted from this. Could you mention working with younger and older?
Yes, so I teach. So right now I teach.
Okay.
I haven't really been performing that much. My last performance was in August, but I've stepped back from performing so much. I do now. I produce shows. I write and produce, but I teach. So I teach yoga adventures to young people. I'm saying 7, 8, 9, 10, and then I teach enhanced fitness, which is like silver sneakers and all of those things. And so my students range from 60, maybe all the way up to 85.
What are the differences that are very apparent, and what are the similarities in those 2 age groups? Because I imagine there's both.
Yes. So the difference is the discipline. Because the little ones say, sit down, stop, come over here. No, duh. The older ones, they just, oh, my back hurts, or I can't do that. But we can always modify. So it's always some type of modification. That would be the similarities.
Yeah.
You modify.
And I imagine they feel joy from this, and that you can see that. And that energy may give back to you and inspire you to keep going.
Yeah, and I see the health benefits. You know, I see that my mother's 80 now, and please don't tell her I told her age.
Okay, no one else see that.
Please. Okay, and so she works out with me, and I see all the benefits of their arthritis or their heart pressure, their blood pressure and things. So that's what keeps me going.
Well, we're going to encourage people in the audience to get up and move a little, because we've got a little break. But when we come back, you'll hear much more about all the wonders of this Renaissance woman. So stay tuned. There's more to talk about. But move right now.
Shoulder shimmy.
I'm Peter, and there's nothing I love more than sharing vegetables with my friends.
Come on in! Help yourself to anything.
That's why we give our food the utmost respect it deserves. Did you know there are simple steps we can all take to help save food? You can cook it, store it, even share it. Just don't waste it. Because when it comes to food, better ate than never. To learn more, visit savethefood.com.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Oh, emojis! I thought the conversation just got dumber.
Ugh, internet trolls, just ignore them.
I like you just the way you are.
I believe in you!
She's a hugger. Give her a squeeze.
Help up the hand.
Ah, there you go.
Thanks, mate.
You're killing it, Jane!
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
Welcome back to Celebrate Michigan. I'm Chris Benson, and joining me today again is artist, and artist is such a small word to describe her. She's so many things. Tene Dismuke, and she is going to talk to us about all kinds of creative elements that she's had. Okay, Afrolicious belly dancing. Tell us what this is and why we need to know about it.
Okay, so that's just something I came up with. This class I was having this summer, a series of classes I was having this summer at the Norwest Gallery.
Okay.
So my friend Asia, she's a gallerist. I think that's the right word.
Sure.
And so she has a gallery, and we always do a movement section, like the art of movement, for the gallery. So this year, we did it this summer, and I was like, well, let's do, you know, belly dance, because normally we do a chair aerobics, or we'll do a soca class. We'll do different forms of dance, all the dance I know, dance and fitness. And so Afrolicious belly dance came out of, you know, wanting to teach the ladies traditional North African dance steps, but then I started to add a little bit more Afrobeat music, because I'm a DJ. So then I will make the playlist, and it will have all the different rhythms throughout the diaspora, and then we would dance.
And how do your students in these classes respond to this class?
Oh, they love it. They love it. I love it as well.
Yeah.
You get a good workout, you get your sweat on, you feel invigorated, you get to shake and shimmy, you know, so that's always good. And then you get a chance to ooze and, you know, be feminine. So
I imagine that stress just kind of falls away when you're in that space. And I bet that means a lot to your students. That, you know, they come. Are your students from like one different path in life? Do they seem to come from all different places?
They come all different places. I have a lot of people. So my friend group are my dancers.
Yeah.
So when I started my studio, House of Bastet, my friends were my teachers, because we dance, so we're professional dancers together. Yeah. And then they were my teachers that taught the children. And then we started a dance group. So Wild Spirit Dance Company was the dance that came out, the dance company that came out of that. And so we still dance together. So they're my core group, and then they have friends, they have co-workers, and then when I expanded to the seniors, I have a lot of seniors that come to belly dance class. So.
And House of Bastet, so how long has that been in existence? And tell us a little bit more about it. Your website is fantastic.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's
House
beautiful.
of Bastet started in 2005.
Okay.
And I started the company without having a brick and mortar. Things miraculously came into play, and I opened a studio in August, I believe it was 2006.
Wow.
And I basically started with pole dance and belly dance, and that was the studio. That went on for about a year, and then I started incorporating children classes. So we had Camp Fabulous came out of that, which is a summer camp, and then the Youth Dance and Modeling Academy.
I saw some pictures of Camp Fabulous on your
Fabulous
website.
is fabulous.
Talk about it. Talk about that experience.
Camp Fabulous is fabulous. We take girls from 7 to 12. It used to be 16, but the teenagers,
That's a whole
it's another
other story.
situation. So we broke it back down to tweens, and the elementary. And so we learn how to do our nails. We learn things for our inner beauty as well as our outer beauty. So, and we dance. They have to dance, even if they don't want to.
I figured that was probably part of it, for sure.
And we model. So we learn about our posture.
Yes.
We do etiquette. We talk about manners. We also go over character development. So we talk about respect. We talk about being patient and kind. We talk about writing letters. You know, I had a calligraphy class. They had sign language. They have all the arts. So they learn many mediums of art. Mr. Navek is one of the teachers. And then they have guest speakers. So I bring in people that from all walks of life, mostly women. Yeah. And they talk about what they do and how they got there.
Why do you think it's important for girls at that age to interact with women of an older age and to spend some time with them? What do they get from that?
Wisdom.
Yeah.
You know, you get a chance, and then if it's like lighting a path. you know, exploring possibilities. You never know what, you don't know what you don't know. And so if someone comes in and they're a fiber artist, like, oh, I love, scarves and I love ribbons. They might be the next fiber artist just because they met that lady that came in and spoke to them. So.
Or DJ, because you're also a DJ. So DJ Lovebeam, what is this about?
It came about through dance.
Okay.
So I made all the playlists for all my classes, all my parties. So one thing that we had at the House of Bastet were parties. So say you were having a birthday party, and you could have 10 of your friends come to my studio, and we would supply the music and the instruction, and then you would supply your food and your drink.
Oh, how fun.
And basically that went on for 8 years.
Yeah.
And so we used to have different theme parties every month. We called them our Bell Aerobics dance parties. They started off as a hafla.
Yeah.
And basically, that's how I started DJing, making playlists. All of our shows, I made the playlist.
Wow.
All of our recitals, everything.
Who are some of your favorite artists to include in the playlist? Like, who are the repeats, like the ones that you're like, oh yes, there's the theme in my music.
Michael Jackson, I love him, but I mean, like Nina Simone.
Yes.
I'm a great Nina Simone. I love Eartha Kitt.
Oh, wow.
It depends on how I can swing it. Aretha Franklin. I love James Brown. I mean, it goes on and on. Curtis Mayfield, Stevie Wonder. I mean, it just keeps going. I can't even really talk about it.
And the energy that, DJs get from the crowd and that interplay, that just feels so good.
It does, and then you get them, it's still an energy exchange.
Yeah, and it's a way to communicate without, no words.
No talking.
No needed. Not needed, right? Mm-hmm. Awesome. My gosh, it's time for another quick break. So we're going to want you to dance your way back in a few minutes. Take a little break. But we'll be right back with Tene, and you'll hear even more. So stay tuned.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul.
Estimated time, 47 hours.
They will beg.
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
They will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking?
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls, second.
Are you orange?
Fast-paced family life in need of a slowdown?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. Did you know all those green shapes on maps are parks and forests? It's true. Visit discovertheforest.org and plan to visit a park or forest near you, instead of just wondering what it would have been like.
While the word forest might make you think of distant lands from far, far away, please note parks and forests are closer than you think, which means things like beautiful scenery, fresh air, and family time are also closer than you think.
You realize that 49 million Americans struggle with hunger? That's 1 out of every 6 Americans. These people are around us every day. They're our friends, they're our coworkers, their kids go to school with our kids. Sometimes we're not even aware that they're struggling. This problem is closer than you think. So is the solution.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Welcome back to Celebrate Michigan. I'm Chris Benson, and I'm joined by artist and DJ and dancer Tene Dismuke. And hopefully you got your movement on in the break. We're going to talk about it a little more now. What are you working on now? What are you excited about now? I feel like just talking to you that there's always something new that's coming down the road for you.
So right now I have been working with Avalon Village, Mama Shu. She's turned a block into this beautiful oasis, and that's where I have been conducting my Camp Fabulous classes.
Awesome.
And she came to me and she asked me to help her with a program for expectant mothers.
Oh, wow.
And so basically with the help of one of our other she's a midwife, Lavender Spirit. We basically came up with a program, 10-week program for expectant mothers and postpartum mothers. We took 12 families, so it was basically the birth process, labor and delivery, you know, what happens after, and then we used to have different community events. We gave away so many gifts. That was so great, though.
Awesome. I bet that
we had a
feels
community baby shower, and so that was called Birth and Beyond. So that's my new baby, is Birth and Beyond. And then I started working also with another community, the Hit the House, and I teach movement for postpartum moms.
Why does that population need this gift that you have? Why them?
I think the role of motherhood is so important, and it's kind of overlooked. It's like, oh, this is what you do, but it's like we're not trained. You know, we don't have the skills. Remember home ec? I never had home ec, but my mother did, and she has all the books. Like we still have the home economic books, and those skills we still need, because I take care of the house, I grocery shop, I balance the checkbooks.
Right.
And those were the things that we were taught, but now they're kind of, you know, in existence. And especially dealing with the body and the mind and stress relief and movement for mothers, it's important.
And women mentoring other women, women who've been through it, who can share, like, you're not alone. I felt this way. I went through this.
Let me do it. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do the same thing I did.
Yes. I think that there's such power and wisdom in that, and I love that you're doing that for women in the community. That's so important.
So that's what I'm working on right now.
I can see why you're excited about that.
Yes, it's beautiful. And then the babies come out, they're so precious.
And you meet them too.
Yes. And they know me, they know my voice, because they've been going through the program.
Yeah.
It's a fabulous situation.
Oh, wonderful connections. So where do you see yourself 5-10 years from now?
Well, right now I am rebranding myself. I'll say that.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, because I feel like
I'm in a rebranding phase.
Okay.
And, you know, I'm what they call it midlife, you know.
Yeah, I know.
I've crossed the line now. So, you know, I have to do things a little different. I still feel good, you know. However, you know, I'm not 25. I'm not 35. So, you know, my extension's not here. I don't have my splits like that, you know. My trouches aren't the same. You know, so I am rebranding myself. So that's what I'm doing with my business. So I've gone virtual. Since we closed, I moved in with a colleague, Patty Dukes, and we did a studio in Hamtramck, and we had to close during the COVID. So that forced me to go virtual. And then I think now I'm going to work on my literary things. I'm going to write more.
Cool.
And I'm going to do more. I want to do more film, because I graduated at Michigan State in film, television, radio, and film. So I think I'm going to go that way, and then work on my new performing art pieces.
How cool. And you know, with today social media, people love it, people hate it, but it's very visual, and so film and clips of film and video, that's where things are now too. So it could introduce your work to a whole new generation.
That's true. And I think it's okay with all the technology. I think you have to just walk a nice straight balanced line and use it, and not be abused or let it use you. You know, it's just like the saying, be in the world and not of it. So it's similar with technology. We can use it, but it should not consume you, and that shouldn't be the world. your world.
Well, we do want people to use technology to find you.
Yes,
so
we use it.
Where can
We
they
don't
find you online?
Okay, so I am at House of Bastet. It's House of Bastet. And from there, you should be able to get to my YouTube channel and my personal page. My name is Tene, Tene Dismuke, Dismuke. And everything, if you Google my name, it'll come up.
Oh. Well, if there's people watching today, and let's say there's women watching, and they're like feeling less than inspired, and they're seeing you, and they're like, gosh, I just don't know where to start. How do I get some of this energy and creativity that she has? What would you say to them?
I would say breathe. I would say take some quiet time. Okay, you have to be quiet to listen. And I would say get in touch with your source. Get in touch with the Creator. Whatever way you need to, and just be thankful and grateful that you have breath and you can do whatever it is that you put your mind to it. Whatever you want to do.
I'm going to let that wash over me.
Yeah.
I felt like I had a moment.
And
I know the people out there did too.
Yeah, just be happy.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing your gifts with us today.
Thank you for having me.
It has been a pleasure. And we know that you've enjoyed it as well. Our time has gone by so fast, but thank you for helping us celebrate all the wonderful things about being here in Michigan, including this wonderful creator. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.